What's going on, my Cardano friends? It is your friend Jack here, and in today's video we're going to be going over 10,000 plus APRs farming on sidechains with Cardano native assets and Cardano multi-chain assets. So with that being said, let's get into the video and let's do some farming. In today's video we're going to be using a sidechain built for not only Cardano but a few other blockchains. First of all, today it launched on Cardano and it is called Milkomeda. Yesterday I made a video all about Milkomeda. You can go over and you can see what it's all about, how it works, how you can wrap your ADA, send it to a sidechain, and also use it to farm on the sidechain, starting with your Cardano. And the transactions on the sidechain are much faster. There's a lot of benefits, and in this video I go over some of those as well. So if you're interested in how it works or what's happening, you can check out this video here. But in today's video, we're going to be going over how you can actually do it, and it actually is very easy to do. Just before we get into the video though, if you don't want to do this and you want to keep your ADA in your own wallet on the Cardano mainnet, you can do so and earn passive ADA by staking with the Jack stake pool. Now, for connecting your wallet to the sidechain, you're going to need Metamask and you're going to need either Flint or NAMI wallet. First things first, you're going to have to set up your NAMI/Flint wallet and get some ADA into it. If you want to know how to do that, I'll leave this document from DC Spark, the creators of Milkomeda, that have basically showed you how to do everything we're going to do here and make sure all the information is correct, and I'm not sending you to some random sidechain that is going to steal all of your wrapped ADA. So basically, you put in your wallet, you connect it, get some ADA in it, and then we're going to move to the next step, which will be configuring a Metamask wallet. Now, there are some steps here on how to add a network and things like that, but luckily for us, if we go over to MuesliSwap and we go to connect wallet, we click on Metamask, make sure you have Metamask installed, you will be able to actually get it created for you. So it's going to create this network instead of us manually creating it. It's going to have all the details here. Just make sure that they match up with the official documents. Yep, they look pretty good, and I trust MuesliSwap. I am only going to be using small amounts of ADA today, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, everything looks the same from what I can tell. And we're just going to go back open. We're going to close this. We're going to prove that they can add this and switch to this network. And then we're going to click approve. And then now when we go to our MetaMask, you can see that we have Milkomeda testnet or mainnet, sorry, and we're in it right here. I don't have any ADA in it yet, but what we're going to do is we're going to send some wrapped ADA over by simply obtaining it. And that is really just going to NAMI or Flint wallet and using this address we have here, right here, copy to clipboard, and then sending real ADA to it. Yes, we're going to be sending ADA to it. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to send over 200 ADA. That's all I'm going to be using. We're going to put in the address here, not the 200. You can see here for NAMI wallet, all you have to do is send it over like this by just pasting it. If you have the Flint wallet and that's what you're using, it is going to be a bit different. But as you can see here, you just put on Milkomeda mode, and it's the same exact thing. So now we have the address and it is confirmed an eligible Milkomeda address. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to send 200 ADA to this address. This is going to convert it to wrapped ADA, so do know that. And we're going to press this. Make sure when you submit this transaction that you are on a custom node, okay? Or not on a custom node. If you are on a custom node in the network side of things, right here, it is going to fail and you are going to have to use a default node for a NAMI wallet and likely Flint wallet as well. So while we're waiting for our transaction to go from the Cardano mainnet over and wrap our ADA for the sidechain of Milkomeda, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the fact that we have some crazy APRs here. And these APRs, they are not guaranteed. They are not a sure thing. Matter of fact, this APR for M yield about 30 minutes ago was 11,000 and now it's 8,000. So be careful. This is going to bring a lot of new people in, but these are not sure things. And these are by far not the actual end APRs we're going to be seeing here in a week or so. It's going to be much more balanced out once more liquidity comes in. Right now, though, we do have a lot of total value locked already coming onto the sidechain in MuesliSwap and also on MilkySwap. And it's impressive. A lot of these APRs are above 10,000%. I don't know, how sustainable this is going to be. Likely it's not going to be very sustainable at all, but we do have hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars likely to come in for these pairs right now. And this is no joke. This is a lot of total value locked. This is a lot of money. So what I'm going to be doing is being very careful. I know With the recent scare on MinSwap, I am proceeding with caution. It is really fun to use a sidechain, but this is beta, this is the start, this is the very beginning, and things do happen, okay? So be careful. I'm only using 200 ADA worth to play on the sidechains. That's pretty much all I'm going to be using for now. And yes, please be careful. Also keep in mind that the official links for these two sites, Milkomeda's MuesliSwap and also MilkySwap, are going to be in the description so you can access them. Make sure you're going to the right links, bookmark them. There is going to be a lot of scams out there trying to pretend to be these actual websites. If you want, the best way to do it is probably to go to Twitter and find the official page that these are hosted on and then click on their links from there. Twitter, websites, and the swaps will all be linked down in the description for both MuesliSwap and MilkySwap. Okay, so it's been a few minutes, and now that the ADA is sent from our Nami wallet, and it has been received from our Milkomeda sidechain wallet on a Metamask, we can go forward and use the swaps, MuesliSwaps, Milkomeda Swap, and MilkySwaps built on Milkomeda. First things first, though, I went and checked out the contract address for the Milkomeda, pretty much one of the Milkomeda addresses, and the contract already has 12 million ADA in it, and this has only been live for a short period of time. This is a lot of ADA, and likely this TVL metric is going to go up a ton once we get the sidechain kind of total value locked added to this. So that's pretty cool, that's pretty awesome. But now let's go ahead and let's do some swapping, because that's probably what you're here to do. So I went ahead and went to the trade functionality because we're going to need some assets to add liquidity to and then yield farm on. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go here. I'm going to use 40 ADA for the M yield pair. We're going to go ahead and we're going to swap this, and we're going to see a MetaMask prompt come up when we confirm the swap. We aren't going to update anything else other than that we want 40 ADA's worth of M yield. We're going to use 40 because we also need to match this to add liquidity with ADA likely, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, I would have used 100. Let's confirm the swap and let's have a look at what it looks like. So you can see here, swap exact ETH for tokens, 40, which is actually 40 ADA, 40 wrapped ADA. Estimated gas fee is about 1/10 of an ADA. So it's actually even less on Milkomeda compared to other forms of, normal Cardano transactions. We're going to press confirm, and then we can see the transaction is submitted, and that's it, right? We can also click this button to add the asset to our MetaMask so we can see it in there. We're going to click that because it's very helpful. It's going to add the token, and now we can see in our MetaMask that we have the token. If we go to assets, 41. So just like that, the transaction's done. We have the M yield in our account on Milkomeda sidechain, and now we can add some liquidity with this pair and start farming on it. So now that we have some N yield, let's go ahead and do that. All you're going to do to add liquidity is click add liquidity here, select our currency. We want to supply with ADA and M yield. Then it's going to take a minute here. After we put the max amount of M yield we have to enable it in MetaMask so they can actually have permission to pretty much just have access to all our M yield. So be careful with these, read these things through, make sure you understand what you're giving the protocols access to, especially on MetaMask. Things are a bit different, and they can pretty much just have access to your signing keys if you give it to them. So press confirm. You're going to see here the transaction fee is 0.000 ADA, pretty much nothing. Press confirm, and then it'll go through. After it is enabled, then we'll be able to supply to this. So it is approved, and now we can supply. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to confirm the supply. Again, it's going to pop up in MetaMask. We're going to read it all. We're going to make sure it's all good, and we're going to press confirm. And then after about 2 seconds, because we're on the sidechain, it is going to be done. And it's pretty freaking awesome. You can see like that, transaction receipt, it's done. Let's close this, and let's see our new position at the add liquidity section. We have right here 0.14% of the pool, and now we can go ahead and farm. So this step is actually also very simple. All you're gonna have to do is go to the yield you want to farm on. We're gonna enable the farm right here. It's gonna allow some permission inside of our MetaMask. Confirm it. Wait a minute, and now we can stake our liquidity pool tokens with this pair and earn 8,000% APR. Obviously, this APR is going to go down. It's not going to stay at 8,000. Otherwise, I would have done my whole life savings into it. Now, let's go ahead. Let's click our max available tokens to stake. Annual ROI at current rates is $2,000. for something so little. So we're going to confirm that. We're going to get our 2,000 bucks in a year, I'm sure. And we're going to press confirm again. And then bam. It's going to take a minute to confirm. But once that's gone through, we're going to be officially farming up our M yield with our ADA on the Milkomeda sidechain that we just sent from the Cardano mainnet. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. You can see already our M yield rewards are going up. And now we can go ahead and do a similar process on MilkySwap to show you how it's done over there too. Now, before we go and use MilkySwap, I want to make sure everyone knows this, that the ADA we see here in our Milkomeda wallet on Metamask is Milk ADA, okay? There is another asset called Wrapped ADA. This is not what we're seeing here. It is Wrapped ADA, but technically this asset is called Milk ADA. So don't get those two confused when you're trying to do transactions, as the base asset from Milkomeda is Milk ADA. Okay, now we're going to go over to MilkySwap and we are going to connect our wallet here. Since we already did it on MuesliSwap, it is 100 times easier. We already have the sidechain added to our Metamask and it's going to make it a breeze. Now we're going to click this. We're going to click the accounts we want to add. We're going to add just our normal account. We're not going to add our ledger because it is a lot of things to confirm. And we're going to click next. We're going to connect this. You can see addresses, account balance, and suggest transactions to approve. Connect. It's going to take a minute, and now we're in. We're connected. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get a swap for some Milky. That's what we're going to start with. You can see in the farms that there is a Milky farm, I believe. If we scroll down, Milky and Wrapped ADA. We're going to go ahead and we are going to use this asset and we're going to swap for it. And then we can also do the same thing we did on MuesliSwap. So go ahead, put how much Milk ADA you have in here. We're going to do that and we're going to use 50 this time. We're going to get 82 Milky in return. We're going to swap for it. We're going to confirm the swap. Again, it's very quick because we're on the sidechain. We're going to press confirm. It's going to submit. And then bam, there's also a button here, add Milky to MetaMask. We're going to go ahead and do that, of course. And we're going to add token. And now you can see if we go up in our MetaMask that we have, matter of fact, we have a lot of assets. We have Milky, we have ADA, and since our other assets are in a yield farm for M yields, we won't see them here, but we can see that they do exist in our wallet. Okay, so we have the Milky token. That's good. And now we can go ahead and provide some liquidity on this token. So let's go ahead and do that. Went over to liquidity. I put in the Milky pair. I clicked max, and now I just have to approve this, and we will start getting our liquidity access to all our Milky. So be careful. We are giving them permission to our Milky. We're going to press this. It's going to take a minute. Then we confirm adding liquidity, confirm supply, confirm supply. It might not work the first time apparently. And then after that, you can read through here. Pretty low fees. Everything's pretty good. 52 of our wrapped ADA or a Milk ADA is going through here. And we are going to confirm that. And it's going to be submitted. It's only going to take a second as we are on the sidechain. And things are unbelievably fast. And now, once that goes through, you can see it's added. We're going to be able to see our position right here, 62.96 pooled tokens. And then we can go ahead and take a look at some of the farms, start earning some 10,000 plus APR rewards. Keep in mind that these APRs are based off of the protocol's token, and you are getting M yield for MuesliSwap, and for MilkySwap, you're getting Milky as rewards for the farms. So please do keep that in mind. If their tokens are going to be worth something, that is what is going to determine if farming on this with larger amounts is actually worth it when the APRs go down. So it seems I've made a mistake. Earlier when I said that Wrapped ADA and Milk ADA are two separate things, I did mean it. And in this protocol right here on MilkySwap, we can see that I don't have any basically positions in this to farm because we provided liquidity for, and you guessed it, Milky ADA and Milky. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to convert my Milk ADA to Wrapped ADA, and then we're going to put liquidity on the Milky and Wrapped ADA pair so we can farm for that nice juicy APY of 10,000% plus. If you want to remove your assets, all you have to do is put the amount you want to remove in percent, 100% here. Again, press approve, very simple. We're going to sign this transaction and we're going to get back our tokens that we had in the liquidity pool. Then we're going to have to confirm the withdrawal. We're going to click confirm here. It's going to take a minute for our MetaMask transaction to pop up. Then once it pops up, you can confirm this and then it will go through here. And after that, we're going to have our transaction ready to go. And then we can farm on the actual pair we wanted to. Now that we've removed our original liquidity position, we're going to go back down to the farm we want to go into, which is Milky/wrapped ADA. And we're going to see here that there actually is a switch here that I didn't see earlier for wrapped milk ADA or milk ADA. So we want to use just plain old wrapped milk ADA. This is what we have in our wallet. And now we're going to confirm adding the liquidity. Press here. It's going to take a minute. And then we're going to go ahead and be able to stake this to earn on the farm. Okay, so our transaction was just confirmed. And now we can scroll down here and we can go to the staking tab and press max. Now, all we're going to have to do is approve this to start earning on the farm by pressing approve, getting our transaction to go through here and pressing confirm. And then this will be access to our liquidity pool tokens for MilkySwap's token Milky, and it is approved. And now we are staking it. The rewards are not going to be coming through on MilkySwap for another 2 hours if you're staking at the time of this video, but they are going to be coming through shortly after that in the terms of Milky token. This pool we just staked with does get 20,000 about Milky token allocated to it a day. And the rewards and the annualized percent likely will drop below 10,000% as more people do what I just did. Sorry, I lied to you. I'm not that smart. We are going to also have to go to our position and confirm the deposit so the LP tokens that we just approved spending on can actually get into from the liquidity pool over to the farm. So let's go ahead. Let's do that. And now we'll be able to see our position and our LP tokens staked with the farm. You can do so by going to the top, clicking instead of all farms, clicking on your farms and seeing how much rewards you've gotten, what you're up to over here. And these rewards won't start, as I mentioned, for another few hours. So keep that in mind. But yeah, we now have a position yielding Milky with our wrapped ADA on MilkySwap and also one on MuesliSwap's Milkomeda version. That's pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more videos on these side chains and Milkomeda based dApps, please let me know, as I would love to test them out and provide some educational content for those as well. Lastly, before I end this video, I want to let you guys know if you are wanting to go back to Cardano mainnet with this wrapped ADA, you cannot at the moment. There is going to be a bridge from Milkomeda back to Cardano mainnet, but right now that is not active. So keep that in mind when you're using all these assets. Right now, the bridges back to Cardano mainnet are not exactly live for the public, but they have been built and they will be implemented soon. I just don't know when. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, please click subscribe and the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's been your friend Jack. Peace out.